In today's episode, we'll visit the beautiful historical city of Šibenik, explore the beauties of the Šibenik Channel and the Krka River, learn about jewelry made from coral, visit a very interesting museum on the island Prvić, and much more. Stay with us! In a beautiful natural bay, where the river Krka flows into the sea, we find one of the most spectacular and beautiful cities in Dalmatia, Šibenik. Šibenik is in fact the only city on the Croatian coast that was founded by Croats, as opposed to the other cities which were founded by Romans, Greeks and Illyrians. For the defense of Šibenik, walls were built with 4 impressive forts. Unfortunately, the walls no longer exist. In some places, only the remains of the walls are still visible. But the forts have been superbly preserved up to and through the present day.
I'm Jasenka Ramnjak, the local guide of Šibenik.
St. Michael's Fort is one of 4 forts that protected Šibenik during the history.
That's right. Šibenik is known by its fortification system. This is the oldest one. The whole story about the town of Šibenik began here, by the end of the 9th, beginning of the 10th century. You can guess why. Look at the beautiful view. They had the complete control over the situation in the Šibenik Bay. Šibenik Port is the natural estuary of the river Krka. There is another fortification called St. Nicholas. Yes. It was built in the middle of the 16th century. Why? When the Turks occupied
Ottoman Empire.
Ottoman Empire,
said,
that's
yes.
right, better to say. Yes. So it's pure Renaissance. But what's very funny, it's quite interesting, they never shot from the fortification. Never.
Which we like.
Which we
but
like,
it was
absolutely.
intimidating.
That only by its appearance it was intimidating to the enemies. There were some suspicious Gallia in the 17th century. They tried to shoot, but the bullet fell down like that. So it's a good thing they did not shoot out of that, yes.
The Cathedral of St. James is the most important architectural monument of the Renaissance in Šibenik and in Croatia. It is very special because it was built in the 15th century without the use of any binding materials, just by stacking blocks of stone.
We are standing in front of Šibenik's cathedral. It's Gothic cathedral, and we can say that it's the most important, most significant cathedral in Croatia's history.
You are very right to that point. All the Šibenik citizens are very proud of their cathedral. It's a jewel of architecture, Gothic and Renaissance architecture. There are 4 reasons why is Šibenik Cathedral on the list of UNESCO. Everybody's got to remember that. First of all, it's all made out of stone. It's a very special way of mounting it that entered the anthology of world architecture. They're being put together as the Lego dices. It's a very special way of assembling it. Yeah. The first reason. The second reason, the row of heads. There are 71 heads. They might be ugly or beautiful, but they are very expressive. Why? Because it's a rival of humanism, the 15th century. Humanism is dominating. The man, human, is dominating. The third reason is the harmony of the interior and the exterior. Every constructive element from the inside you can find on the facade.
The fourth reason is in the cathedral's interior, the baptistry. It draws particular attention because of its original and creative synthesis of 2 different art styles of the first half of the 15th century, late Gothic and early Renaissance. Another curiosity in Šibenik is this pair of stone dishes, in which residents would leave water for stray dogs and cats.
These are fritulas and kroštulas, traditional
right.
Dalmatian sweet delicacy, which I love. Could you tell us something about the history?
Well, that's very typical,
popularity?
yes. That's very special in Dalmatia, especially in Šibenik too. It's very sweet, people like it, people enjoying that. And that's made out of flour, out of, you put some apples inside. Anyway, it's very tasty.
It's very simple.
It's very simple to make.
Anyway, it's
but the
not
effect
so
is great.
simple.
The effect is great, that's
Yes,
right.
and
Everybody adores
it
it.
has a special role in some
usually
social...
prepare them for the weddings. For any sort of feast, we would just make these fritulas and these kroštulas.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Fantastic.
Sailing towards Kradin is a beautiful experience. This is where the river Krka flows into the sea, and because of that, the water is less and less salinated as we sail upstream. We are now sailing on the river Krka. Due to regulation of speed, it takes about half an hour to sail to Skradin, and one of the prettiest marinas in the Adriatic.
My name is Darko Vidic and I am director of ACI Marina Skradin.
ACI Marina Skradin is really special because of its natural position, and nearby is a national park. Could you give us, Darko, some technical information for a start?
Yes, this marina has 180 berths. 100 berths are occupied by boats on annual contract, and the 80 berths are free for daily transit.
Yes, because you're very busy when it comes to transit.
The most transit in this area happens in Skradin.
Yes, and you have also really wonderful nature here and very special flora and fauna.
Yes, we have all kinds of animals in the marina, like turtles, frogs, and swans.
Yes, beautiful swans that we have seen swimming around and pursuing boats, probably looking for food.
Yes, of course, the guests are feeding the swans, and they are not afraid of people.
Due to the marina's location at the very entrance to the national park, servicing and repairing boats is not permitted in the marina. Because of that, the staff of the marina try extra hard to make sure that guests have the highest quality daily services at their disposal.
Could you tell us something about the National Park of Krka?
The National Park of Krka is one of the most beautiful places on earth, and every year we have 1,000 visitors, and some guests come every year again. For instance, Bill Gates was 4 or 5 times in Skradin.
Yeah, this is really nice, and the entrance to marina is also really attractive and magical. It's kind of a fairy tale. Skradin looks like
it's
yes.
a piece of paradise.
Yeah.
Even working here is fun.
The mixture of the fresh water from the river Krka and the salty sea gave rise to the development of yet another edible and very tasty creature.
Tell us, Igor, what have you prepared for us? What will you prepare for us?
Today we will prepare some more traditional Adriatic seashells,
Yes.
clams. They have many different names here for this clam. We call it brbavica, kaparocula, or vongola. Some people call it even dondola. I don't know even for myself how to call it. Okay, on the cold pan.
But we would like to say that this area and this bay, this port of Šibenik is perfect, has perfect conditions
Yes, because
for
it's a
shells.
shallow
Yes.
water,
Yes.
with sand surface, and this clam adores sand surface. Yes.
Okay.
And she grows like this,
Yes.
about 20 centimeters under the sand.
Okay.
Yes.
But these are pretty big for vongolas.
Yes, it's usual size for vongolas. It's about, this is the young one, and we have a big ones about 100 grams.
How do you
Perfect, yes.
prepare it?
On a cold pan,
Yeah.
we will put olive oil.
Okay. Cold.
Cold olive oil,
okay.
yes. Shouldn't be warm.
Domestic olive oil. of
Domestic,
course.
yes, of course. We put our clams in it.
Okay. I'm learning.
It's here we have about 1 kilo of these clams. We cover it up.
Yes.
We
And
wait
cooks
to
like
open. Yeah, we wait about 5 or 6 minutes on the high fire to open. When they open, we will put some other ingredients.
The little island of Zlarin sits at the entrance to the Šibenik channel. The beautiful stone houses and tranquil town look as though they come from another era. Apart from beautiful nature and amazing clean sea, Zlarin is best known for its tradition of making jewelry from coral.
Hi, I'm KRISTIN LJUBA, and this is my coral shop on Zlarin. It's called Zlarinka. Come and see.
Kristine, we are now in your charming little manufacture, in fact,
Yes.
where you turn raw corals that Zlarin is famous of into beautiful jewelry. Could you tell us something about the tradition of corals on Zlarin?
Of course. The people from Zlarin would fish coral from April 1st to November 1st. They would fish it from the north coast of the Adriatic all the way to the north coast of Africa, actually. They had many coral reefs where they would find the coral. They would pick it with a special type of net that they used to have. The pictures around this where you could see how it looked. The coral would grow in shallow waters, maybe 20 to 50 meters. Now it's very deep, it's 80 to 120 meters, so the procedure is different. But the way we make jewelry is the same.
It's tradition of 600 years,
Yes.
but at the old times they didn't, in fact, use raw corals. They use it for way of paying, in
Yes.
fact, instead of money.
They did not use it to make anything similar to what we do today. It was a type of current money that they had at that time.
Coral is differentiated by type, color and quality. To the untrained eye, they all look nearly the same. But Mrs. Catron assures us that a trained eye can see major differences and many nuances.
We can say that coral is always kind of alive.
Yes.
It reacts on human warmth.
Body temperature. Also, yes. It reacts to anything that's wrong in the body, actually. Here we have a tradition in Zlarin. When a baby is born, we put a small beaded bracelet around the hand, and when the baby has a temperature, it turns white. So it's an indicator that something's changing in the body.
I suppose ladies love the jewelry.
Yes, they do.
In the town Prvić Luka, on the island Prvić, there is a special and interesting museum. Prvić was the summer residence of Šibenik's noble families, and one of them was the Vrančić family.
My name is Ivana Skošić. I'm a director of Faust Vrančić Memorial Center on island Prvić.
Ivana, we are in a museum of Faust Vrančić. He was a really important person in Croatian history. We can say in European history, even though people don't know about him, but we can call him Croatian Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes, definitely. He is a Croatian Leonardo da Vinci. He was born in Šibenik, 50-51, and died in Venice, 60-70. But most of his life he lived all around Europe, where he studied and he made his life achievement. And the story about him and Leonardo da Vinci is that on Leonardo's sketches of parachute, Faust constructed his very own parachute that was functional, and it was printed in his famous book Machina Nove, All New Machines. And Leonardo's parachute wasn't printed, so at that time Europeans didn't know about Leonardo's prototypes of parachute, but Faust was very famous at the time.
In his book Machina Nove, Faust wrote about water and solar energy, the universal clock, several types of mills, agricultural machinery, and various types of bridges from various materials, machinery for clearing the sea, a dual sedan traveling using a mule, special coaches, and Homo volans, a forerunner of the modern parachute. VODICE is one of the best-known tourist destinations in central Dalmatia. This beautiful stone town was settled in antique times and known by the name of Arausa.
My name is IVANA PERAK and I work for the tourist board of the town of VODICE.
Ivana, this is the oldest part of city of Vodice.
Yes, the street, the tower and the walls are from the mid-17th century. This tower was built by family Fondra, which was a rich family from Šibenik. It was built as their summer residence, but as that was a turbulent time with lots of attacks from Turks, it was also used as a part of a defense system.
Yes.
Because town used
There
to
were
have
walls and towers,
there were walls
yes.
and other 3 defense towers around the town. Unfortunately, they were long ago destroyed.
Yes.
By this tower, we can only presume how they looked like.
Yes.
Within the defense walls, there were several sources of drinking water, and 2 wells have been preserved to the present day.
Even at this square and these wells were really important in history of the city of Vodice.
Yeah, they have been the center of social life as 600 years ago as well as today. These 2 wells that we can see today on this square are preserved from those times.
They were very old, like 600 years
600
old.
years old.
Of course, renovated
and
yes.
quite modern
Yes.
now. They look a little bit different than then. This upper well was used for drinking water. People used to come here and bring drinking water to their homes. And the lower one, which was closer to the sea, was used for washing laundry, doing laundry.
Yes, and it was also a romantic spot, in fact.
Yeah, of course, everything. It was
Yes.
the Facebook of the past times.
Ancient Croatians.
Because
Yes.
this was the place where people used to folk dance, where new loves were born, marriages were arranged. This was the place where people met and parted.
The most attractive and most visited beaches are the ones in front of the Olympia Hotel. Along with an array of lounges and cocktail bars, these beaches are especially popular among younger visitors. Water sports are excellent for training athletes of all ages, like these little skiers from Slovenia, who have exchanged snowy slopes for fun in the sea.
My name is MATJAŽ VRECL, and I am a windsurfing and sailing instructor in Blue Wind Adventure Center here in VODICE.
MATJAŽ, you have a lot of wind here, which is good for your sports that you
Normally,
promote
windsurfing
here
depends on the wind. We need the wind.
Yes.
We need the sea, wind, and all together.
And happy people.
And happy people, yes.
What kind of sports? So windsurf?
We have a windsurfing, like this. You can see this board with a sail. Then we have stand-up paddling.
Yes.
New brand, new sport, like this guy on the right side. Standing on the board and paddling. Then we have kayaks normally with paddles, and then a new product this year we have electric bikes. Green
this
energy.
is really interesting. Yes. And you also organize treasure hunts, which is very.
We organize everything, like a treasure hunt. Then we are going with these kayaks paddling to this island Prvić, and then looking for this treasure. Or
it's especially interesting for children, I suppose.
Special, and for all the adult people too.
Yes.
Yes, normally. But
they react.
No.
They're interested.
Then we organize this training, summer sports. Look at this. This is winter sports. Children, they're skiers, and now we have.
And they come during the summer to
organize this with our products. Yes.
Yeah.
At this very beach, 50-odd meters from the sea and in the immediate vicinity of the marina, there is a beautiful hotel which is a favorite among sailors who prefer sleeping in accommodation more comfortable than their boats.
My name is VLATKA KINDL, and I'm a receptionist in Hotel Olympia in VODICE.
And VODICE as a destination is really important as nautical destination, very popular.
Exactly, yes. We have lots of guests that they have their own boats in marina,
yes.
And then they come to us to have a nice vacation, to have a rest,
yes, to have
some
comfort.
Exactly, yes. To have some rest and wellness, and to use all the facilities that we here have. This hotel exists 40 years.
Yes.
We have 215 rooms and 26 apartments. Then we have wellness. We have outdoor pool. We have 2 congress halls. We have 2 restaurants.
Yes, it's interesting that you can turn your congress hall to
Yes.
for you can use it for sports events.
Yes, exactly.
That's really unusual.
Yes.
The Congress halls can, as needed, be converted into basketball or volleyball courts. The main feature of the hotel is its top-of-the-line wellness center.
VLATKA, your guests can also use very relaxing and peaceful area of your wellness.
Yes, it's a really pleasant area. It has 1 jacuzzi and 2 saunas, and it has lots of treatments. There is something for everybody.
It is also interesting that there are over 1,000 olive trees planted around the hotel, which enables guests to gather olives and take part in the production of olive oil. Almost in the very center of VODICE, there is a marina which is among the best equipped and prettiest marinas in the Adriatic.
My name is Slavica Skočić, head of reception at Marina VODICE.
We are now in ACI Marina VODICE, which is one of the first built in 1984. Could you give us for a start some information, technical information about Marina?
Yes, Marina is over 30 years old, 31 years exactly. It is a marina which is situated in the city center of VODICE and has 384 places in the water and about 55 places on land.
Yes, and you have also all the facilities and services that your guests might need.
Yes. Yes, yes. We have a reception office, we have a charter office, we have yacht facilities, maintenance of the boats, repair shop, we have parking, rent-a-car, and
what would you say, among other things, what is the advantage of this marina comparing to others?
I think its location, because it is in the central Adriatic and in Dalmatian and in the central of the town. Everything is very near for the people. Everything is close to marina, banks, post, pharmacy, market,
restaurants, nightlife,
of course, yes,
whatever they need.
Many nice coffee bars.
Guests have a 10-ton crane and a 60-ton travel lift available to them, should their boats need repairs. Within the marina, there is a fuel station so that guests can fuel their boats before exploring the surroundings. Because of the abundance of islands and the closeness of the Krka and the Kornati national parks, the VODICE marina is an ideal starting point and a place to store one's boat. The toilet and shower facilities in the marina are of the highest standard, with special attention paid to people with disabilities. In VODICE, we're going to try a modern take on traditional Dalmatian recipe.
The other dish what we have is pasticada from the fish. It's originally made from meat, but here in Dalmatia we made it from the tuna fish.
This is more modern way of preparing.
Yes, it's pretty popular.
Yes,
here.
it's impossible to translate pasticada. Any secrets there that you might reveal to us?
Yes, it needs to be prepared for 1 day. It takes a long time to prepare it, so that's one of the secrets of the pasticada.
But when you prepare fish, pasticada with fish, it takes less time.
Less time,
yes,
but also it's a long procedure. You need to put...
How many hours does it take?
Well, 3 or 4 hours maybe for prepared,
So do you take orders in advance or how it works?
Yes, for this side dish we can have it on a daily basis, and for the pasticada on the order.
Pasticada is prepared in many variations in the whole of Dalmatia, but most often a beef haunch is used, into which small pieces of garlic and bacon are pressed. Experts say that the most important thing when preparing pasticada is the balance of the dish's 3 flavors: sweet, sour and bitter, none of which can be allowed to dominate. And when you have the balance, the pasticada is perfect.